Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Tuesday, March 4th, 2025. Let's take a look. What do we have in the economic calendar for today? Asian session were quite busy with the data releases. Jobs applications ratio in Japan increases to 1.26 and capital spending decreases from 0.1% to minus 0.2%, way below the forecast of 4.9%. So not really good data in that sector from Japan. Current account in Australia increases from minus $13.9 billion to minus $12.5 billion. Retail sales in line with the expectations, 0.3%, and the meeting minutes had been released from the Reserve Bank of Australia. During the London session, we got some data from Spain, like unemployment change and unemployment rate from the Eurozone, and that's about it. During the US session, we got global daily trade price index from New Zealand scheduled for release at 3 p.m. and then FOMC member Williams will give a speech at 20 past 8. 10 minutes later, we got AIG manufacturing index, and at the end of the day, at half past 10, we got API weekly crude oil stock. So really easy session during the easy US session for today, so no big deal whatsoever. That's why, without any further ado, let's just take a look at the technical part of this review. We start with euro dollar. So the euro dollar actually completed the ABC correction into the supply zone, right? It was rejected, broke below lower channel line, 100 periods moving average, made a low at the level of 1.0361, just where the previous technical support was, and then we got the bullish engulfing pattern. We claimed back the 100 periods moving average, and market broke back above the 100 periods moving average towards the 1.0504, and that was the high, which means that this level might be a temporary resistance just below the supply zone again. So the question remains whether we want just to test this lower channel line yet again, or the basically the bulls are waiting for the really good time to break above the supply zone. How to spot it? Well, basically, if we consider this very narrow zone, let me just zoom in here to this very narrow zone. If we consider this zone as the intraday one, right, so we got what, 1.0467, 1.0504, and then this is the intraday, let's say, consolidation zone. Any breakout to the upside above 1.0504 would likely end as a attempt to break above the supply zone. But any movement lower, especially towards, I don't know if this one will work at all, because the market doesn't respect it. So I guess the better technical support might be somewhere around here, this level. There you go. So any breakout below, well, 100 periods moving average and then eventually 1.0420 might be considered more bearish. With the positive momentum and quite strong momentum right now at the level of 60, the chances for the breakout to the upside are quite higher. So if the euro dollar is going up, what should US dollar index do? US dollar index on a 4-hour time frame chart broke above the black trend line, broke above the supply zone, made a local high at 107.63. that was above the 100 periods moving average, but it was into the extremely overbought conditions and then reverse significantly. So it looks like the euro dollar movement to the upside is because of the weakness of the US dollar index across the board. And we are now on the level of 40 points on the RSI. Euro dollar is at the level of 60 on the RSI on the same time frame, so it looks like pretty synchronized movement And it looks like really that's the dollar weakness that is driving the current situation. So on the euro dollar market, we should go up and test, of course, the supply zone. On the US dollar index, we should go lower to test the technical support from the February 24th at 106.10. How is this situation being seen on the cable? Cable doesn't care. Cable is going up, is trading close to the yesterday high, 1.2723. Momentum is still strong, 61 points. Momentum is still positive. It looks like the market wants to go towards the level of this is 1.2762, which is the Fibonacci retracement level, and it doesn't actually change at all as long as we are trading above the 100 periods moving average and above the demand zone, which is located here, 1.2521, 1.2547. The outlook on the British pound remains bullish, with of course local pullbacks possible. But that's not the case for the British pound, because if we switch to daily, we can see that we broke above 100 periods moving average on a daily time frame chart. And those two levels here are 50 and 61% Fibonacci retracement. So we are very, very close to the retracement of this big multi-month swing low. All right, so that's kind of interesting. But this movement here to the upside looks rather corrective in nature. So this movement here might be considered only a local correction, local upside correction during the down trend. All right, so that's the situation with the cable. Let's take a look at the crude oil, because we will have the data today. Big movement to the downside. Let's switch to the 4-hour time frame chart. There you go. We got the movement to the downside, down towards the level of 68.47, which is the technical support, and now we are trading inside of this. Let me just switch this. There you go. We are trading inside of this zone, and the market is already below the 100 periods moving average. So the outlook remains bearish, especially with the negative momentum on the 4-hour chart. We should see 66.40 very soon. And the Bitcoin 4-hour chart is actually looking quite bearish again, as we jumped, of course, towards the level of 94,966, but then the market was rejected from that trend line resistance that worked many times before. So we were going down on the Bitcoin after we broke below the demand zone, now supply zone. Okay, then the news came from the US about the National Reserve. Market jumped very strongly towards the 96,000 level, and then after a few hours we start to decrease lower from the extremely overbought conditions down towards the level of 40 points. So right now this level here, let me just change the color to green. This level here is 78,216 is much more probable to be tested than the upper side, right? So please keep an eye on this level, keep an eye on 78,000 again, as there is room here towards this level on the chart. There is room on the RSI, sharp reversal to the upside, sharp reversal to the downside. Very violent market, big swings on the Bitcoin. So please stay focused, stay vigilant. The bears are still under control of this market. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye bye.